Hello YouTube, this is Trapper Rod with Trapper Rod's Outdoor Pursuits. We're on day 2 of my Euro nymphing trip here at Bennett Spring. Got the GoPro set up a little bit differently today, so we should be getting some better video. And we're going to get out there on the stream and see if we can't catch a few more trout and learn a little bit more about Euro nymphing. Bennett Spring is a trout park. It means that we have a hatchery right here, and they stock trout every single day. So it's a lot like a batting cage in baseball. There's trout everywhere. But these trout see hundreds and hundreds of fishermen per week. So they're a little bit picky, but they're still stock trout. It's a really great place to learn how to do new techniques, because you have lots of fish in the water, and you know, you have an area where there's fresh fish daily. So we're going to get out there on the water and see what we can do. Turned that camera on just in time. That fish took it on the end of that cast. I was actually finished with my cast. I was actually finished with my cast down through that little run, and had gotten some slack, and my line was just kind of, I don't know, I wasn't even really trying to do that dead fly or wet fly swing, but that's what I did. And I reached down and turned on the camera, And a couple seconds later, bam. And again, hooked right there in the corner of the mouth. All right, there he is, hooked right in the side of the mouth on that little chamois screamer. Oops, broke my line. Didn't have much left there. We're back at the cabin, and we're wrapping up day 2 of our Euro nymphing trip. I learned a lot. I had a better day today. I caught a few more fish. Maybe I caught 8 to 10 fish. But my hookup to my bite ratio was better. I missed a few fish, but I missed less fish. So I think I'm starting to get that muscle memory and starting to get that pattern of Euro nymphing and watching the cider. And I caught a few fish just purely on the cider today. I was pretty happy and enthused with that. I also caught one, as you saw, I caught one on the swing. So today I want to talk about here at the cabin, nice and comfortable, not out in that heat. I want to talk about flies. I want to talk about the nymphs that you use. I would say that all nymphs could probably be Euro nymphed to some degree with enough weight added, but not all nymphs are Euro nymphs. So here's some examples of nymphs and different flies that you might use. Now all of these were tied with Euro nymphing in mind. You notice they got a bigger bead on them as opposed to their body size. I've got them in 12 and 16. I was out of size 14 hooks. These are some just fly shop nymphs that I got, and these two are some zebra midges that I tied on a 2.8 millimeter bead. These were specific for Euro nymphing. A lot of these were tied with Euro nymphing in mind. You've got some little chamois patterns and some squirmy wormy type things and some mop flies. There's a difference between a big nymph and a Euro nymph. Now this would be an example of a big old Prince nymph, but it's still light. It doesn't have any weight to it. You probably could put this on a Euro nymphing rig as your upper fly, but it doesn't carry the weight that's needed for it to get down through the water column and ride that cushion down at the bottom of the stream, because we all know that the water at the top moves faster than the water at the bottom, which has always been my conundrum with using an indicator. So you need flies that are thin-bodied, that can get down through that water column and start fishing as soon as possible. You want them to get in the water, get down to level, work your flies along with you, kind of lead them a little bit with your cider through their drift, and that can be accomplished with these heavier type flies. Now, you're probably going to have problems finding those flies at just your standard fly shop. You're going to either need to tie those yourself, or you're going to need to go online to different vendors. I know that Fly Fish Food has a lot of great tying videos on YouTube. They also have a full line of products, including finished flies. So, Euro nymphs, just like the equipment, are very similar to your standard store-bought nymphs, but they're a little bit different, and they're very specific to this system. So when you give this a try, if you give this a try, give it a good honest try and use the right equipment with the right nymphs and the right line to give yourself the best chance of success. I know that I have never at Bennett Spring on nymphs and on wet type flies and little streamers. There's some other little streamers in here that I've tied. I have never caught that many fish in that short a period of time using indicators. I've only done it these 2 days using Euro nymphing. So I have great confidence in the system now. I'm going to continue to practice, continue to get better. I feel like my knowledge is starting to come together with my experience and create a little bit of wisdom. And so get out there and try. Get out there and get your rod and go fishing. You're only going to get better by doing, not just by watching videos. So I do appreciate you coming by. I hope that the video quality on the GoPro was better today. I know there's still a few tweaks that I need to make and a few things that I need to get figured out, but I think the video quality was better. And I really do appreciate you coming by, and God bless.